So, hello everybody and welcome to another episode of Redmond's Rambles. Now today is going to be a video about banking in Korea and how to do it. Now obviously it doesn't sound the most interesting video, but I've got my own little funny stories. It's going to be a good video, guys. It's going to be a good video. Before we begin, I want to mention what I'm drinking today. Today I'm actually not on alcohol again. I'm actually on Chilsung cider. Now, if you're in the UK, cider means like apple fizzy alcohol. Cider probably means that everywhere else in the world. Not Korea. Cider in Korea is lemonade. It's lemonade. That's all it is. It's lemonade. So I'm actually drinking the strong cider. Now that sounds like it's alcoholic, but it's not. What it is, it's actually the gas pressure is a lot higher. So it's a lot fizzier. So last night what I did is I did the cider challenge that they have here, where basically you supposed to down a full bottle of cider, it's 400 milliliters, and you're supposed to sing a song. And if you down it all in one go and sing a song without burping, then you pass the challenge, you win the challenge. Now I've got down in the video below, in the description below, sorry, my attempt at it on my main channel. I just need to warn you, if you don't like swearing, I do apologise. It is this channel, I try not to swear in this channel. That channel is a bit of a free-for-all, so have a look at them. Please apologise my foul language. So I'm drinking this. I'm not going to down it now, obviously, but I'm a little bit thirsty, but it is very, very gassy. That'd be very nice with shandy. That'd be very nice with shandy. It would keep it fizzy a lot. It'd keep it a lot fizzy. So today I want to talk about banking. I want to talk about who I bank with, why I bank with them, and how it came to that way, really. So, because I've had a few issues and a few problems with my banking, and it's not been the bank, it's been me, and how generally Korea does banking in general. So first of all, when you first come to Korea, my advice is to bring a lot of money with you, a lot of Korean won, because when I arrived in Korea, excuse me one moment, there's that cider coming into effect. I probably should be drinking water. When you come to Korea, you can't open a bank account until you get your ARC card. Now you don't get your ARC card to about a month after you arrive. It takes 4 weeks once you hand the documents into immigration in Seoul or in Suwon, wherever you decide to go to, and it takes 4 weeks, so you can have no internet, no phone, and no bank account for 4 weeks. This is vital you know this, because the first month is probably going to be the hardest month you have in Korea when you're trying to find your way, especially if you have no prior experience of being here. So I was, at the end, I started to use my UK bank account because it was I was starting to run low on supplies. I went out a lot more. Ironically, if I saved the money then like I do now, because I save a lot of money now, I would have been fine. But when I first got here, I was just firing money left, right and centre, because I think it's because I was on holiday mode, technically. I mean, I knew I was coming to work, but it was like, oh yeah, let's try this new place tonight, let's try this new place tonight, drink, taxi, where now, you know what I mean, I'll make sure I get the last subway home, or I'll use the buses, and you know what I mean, I've got I've got a very good sense of direction. I always have had a good sense of direction, but I use public transport a heck of a lot more than I do than when I first arrived. But yes, so I brought all this money with me to Korea. That's okay. It took me, the way the paydays fell in my school is it was 6 weeks before I got paid. So it was, no sorry, 7 weeks before I got paid. So it was a very long time before I had money in my bank account. I won't start mentioning, no, we'll start mentioning banks, sorry. When I got my ARC card, I needed to open a bank account. I went to this bank called Worry Bank, and I said, oh, can I open a bank account? And they couldn't understand me, obviously, of my English, and obviously I know no Korean. So they basically said, do you have a friend? Do you have a friend? And I was like, I don't really have a friend that could come and open a bank account for me. So Worry Bank was out the window. Then one Friday, I So I got my ARC card on the Thursday, went in to try and do it because we had a few days off when I got my ARC card. The next day was the Friday, and I went to Kookmin Bank, KB Bank, and we have a big one in Sangmoon where I live, and I walked in and I was like, I translated on my phone like, oh, can I open a bank account? Must have been in there for about an hour, but they were persistent and they kept with me, and they phoned the English telephone line. They have a very helpful English phone line to help you in the transaction and the process. So managed to open a bank account with them, put some money in. It was great. It was great. So the only problem I had is they give me a Union Pay card, and it's just like I think it's a Chinese company, Union Pay. It wasn't a Visa card, so it wasn't great. I couldn't buy anything online really compared to the amounts of things you can do with a Visa card. So I was happy along for 4 months, 5 months with that card, no problem. And then I wanted to get a card that I could use for transport as well. Instead of topping up my T-Money card, which is the public transport card, like an Oyster card in London or a Leap card in Dublin, I wanted to have a card where I could literally go boop, 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 on and off, no problem at all. It'll go straight out my bank account, no issues. Don't need to worry, don't need to think about it. And I walked in and I requested it. 5 minutes later, I had the card in my hand. It cost me 30k, and the 30k is a deposit. So if you close your bank account, if you leave in Korea, give the card back, they give you your money back. So it's a deposit, it's not as if it's cost you 30k to do it. So I managed to get that sorted, and happy days. I have a Visa card now in Korea. I have like a T-Money card connected to it. It also has a thing called Happy Points as well, which I only found out yesterday, where the Happy Points are basically, it's like a Nectar card. Things you buy, products you buy, you earn points, and then you can spend the points. I've got like 3,001. It doesn't sound a lot, but it's a coffee, and I only found out yesterday because I went to Baskin Robbins and they're like, I mean, Samchon 1. I was like, oh, I have 3,001 on this. So I was like, oh, great. So yeah, but the card's great that I'm using at the moment, and KB are great. 2 instances I've got where it's me been having a little bit of problems, a little bit of issue. Now I wanted to get internet banking, because the internet banking is something you should really have, I think, in Korea. I've not sent money home with internet banking. I don't know if you can with KB. This is the problem. I think you can, but I've looked over the website and I couldn't really find anything. I wanted internet banking though, so I could sit around and pay my bills rather than going to the cash machine, because you pay your bills in the cash machines and the ATMs here in Korea. If you've got a problem with your not a problem, so if your gas bills come in, if your electric bills come in, they give you an account number at the bottom of the sheet. You go to the ATM, dot in the details, and it's away. But I wanted to do that. I wanted to be even lazier and do that here in Casa Michael. So I asked for internet banking, and obviously things were, I wish I'd come back into focus here, and things were just like not getting through to me and then to the teller at the bank, and it was very troubling, very difficult to get internet banking, a lot of signing up to do, and I was like, oh, I'm not going to get this. Next you know, the manager of the bank, I'm getting annoyed here now why this isn't coming to focus. There we go. So, I'm trying to cut that out a bit. So the owner, sorry, the manager of the bank came in and was like, oh, can I help you? She knew little limited English, but can I help you? So she brought me into the VIP room. Now, like in Korea, banks have VIP rooms where you go in if you're like, I don't know, if you transfer big money, or like, it's one of the things where they kind of like help you, make you feel more privileged. So we went to this VIP room, had a cup of coffee, we sat for like an hour trying to sort out the internet banking, over minimal English, me with my minimal Korean. And we managed to get it sorted, and it was great, happy days, no problem at all. So I got me internet banking, and it's great. It's a very easy website to use, application to use, both on my laptop, both on my phone. Very easy to use. So I then realised I need to kind of send money home, I need to send money back to England. So I went to the bank to transfer the money, and it took about 30 minutes to do, and it was like, oh, what bank is it? Is it this bank? Yes, it's this bank. Can I have your IBAN number? Put the IBAN number in, did all the details, signed off, filled off the form. It cost like 30k to send over £300, so it's not too bad, you know, it was about 20 quid to send over 300, not that bad. So I went home, weekend come, money's not gone in the bank account. I thought, that's okay. Maybe it meant working days, 1 or 2 working days. Got to Wednesday and I was getting phone calls, and obviously they're in Korean, so I couldn't answer them. So on my break, I phoned the bank because my money still hasn't come to my bank account. And I was like, where's my money? Why's the money not come to my bank account? And the IBAN number was incorrect, so they couldn't send the money through. And I was so annoyed. I was raged. I was like, right, I want to put a complaint in. I'm so annoyed. I was sat in work raging with them. Got home, checked the documents and the receipt I was given. And obviously they give you, the receipt they give you is the stuff that you handwrite in yourself in the application form. I put the incorrect IBAN number in, unfortunately, so it was me who was at fault. So I had to walk in with the tail between my legs on Friday morning. And it was going to cost me 10k admin fee for my error. Because I made a mistake, it was going to cost me money to resend the money over again. I sit down in the bank, I'm like, oh, what am I going to say to these? What am I going to do? Like, oh, I don't know, Annie Joy or me, like, I'm not good or something. I was trying to think over Korean phrases in my head just to make me look like a silly Englishman, to be honest. But what happened is, as I sat there, I heard, Michael! And it was the manager. And she's like, come with me, please. Back into the VIP room we go. And I was like, I'm so sorry. I've been really silly, and told her the incident. 5 minutes later, she walks off, comes back, gives me a coffee. 5 minutes later, she goes off. She says, okay, I'll sort this for you. Goes away. Comes back, follow me. Now this is a space of like 5-6 minutes. She sits me down on the assistant manager's desk. And he said, okay, just give me your new IBAN number. I signed this form off, my name, IBAN number, give it to the guy. Okay, so we're going to waive the admin fee as well for you. I was like, what? They waived the admin fee for me because I was so truthful, I messed up, it was my fault. And they did it, they waived the admin fee for me, no issue at all. So I was really happy about that. And yeah, it was great. I went home, next morning, Saturday, money was in the bank account. It took like 13 hours to go into the bank account. So from Korea to England, so it was great. It was minimal time ever happening. So I highly suggest KB Bank. Obviously there's other banks there that I think more correct, so more phone friendly, but I've not had incidents with them. I've had incidents with KB Bank, and I've had a lot of incidents with them, and they've all been very positive, great towards me, great for the service. So I highly suggest, if you are coming to Korea and you are looking for a bank account, phone KB, so go into a KB branch, get it open with KB, because they're great for me and I have no issues with them. So I'll end the video now. As I say, I start to ramble on a bit at the end. So I hope you like, subscribe. Please watch the video down below if you like foul language, and give us a subscribe. Tell me what you think. Okay, ciao.